It was back in January when a cold snap hit Greater Victoria. Temperatures dropping to below zero and strong winds prompting BC Housing to open up extreme weather shelters. But very quickly, those shelters filled up.
It's so uncomfortable, and the frostbite just creeps up so slowly that you lose interest in everything.
So the City of Victoria opened its own shelter, and it too ended up overcrowded.
We need a plan in place. We need to prepare for this.
Councillor Krista Loudon is asking staff to lay out plans for this winter and to reach out to surrounding municipalities to see what, if anything, they're doing to prepare.
We have almost 100% of the emergency shelters in the region. So Souk has some, and there's some permanent spaces at the Friendship Centre in Saanich, but as far as my knowledge is that's it.
Check News contacted the other municipalities in the region. Metchosin, Souk, Saanich, Langford, Oak Bay, and Esquimalt says they do have their own spaces they can use during extreme weather events. But Loudon's concern is that people from outside the city are still being directed to shelters downtown.
And it caused a lot of problems because we were at capacity and there was so much overcrowding. And through that process, we learned that other municipalities, agencies from other municipalities were dropping people off here.
Sydney says that staff, bylaw, and RCMP will transport those who are vulnerable to Victoria shelters if they need it. Oak Bay says first responders there may help people find shelter and that it could be in a nearby community. Langford says it does have a warming center and tries to accommodate its vulnerable community members locally when possible.
Now, I can't say for certain if any of the unhoused community in Langford ended up in any shelters downtown Victoria, but our preemptive efforts to work with them, I think, negated that to a great extent.
Aubrey says the West Shore communities may also join together to use spaces like the Juan Lefuca Rec Center for all kinds of extreme weather events.
Trying to find a facility and pooling it together so that not each individual community is opening up a center for maybe a handful of people. You're putting your resources together and getting a larger amount of people into one spot.
In Victoria, Loudon's request to have staff start planning won't head to council for discussion until November.